was severed. His body parts were inside a container.
I had suspicions that maybe this person was going to end up doing something crazier down the line.
I knew he was so scared. I don't even think Malachi ever's been in a fight in his life, let alone have to fight for his life.
Today's story takes us to Toledo, Ohio, where a missing person investigation turned into one of the most disturbing homicide cases the city has seen in years. The victim, 27-year-old Malicai Calder, wasn't just another young man from the city. He had just earned his master's degree from the University of Toledo and was known as hardworking, kind, and always willing to help anyone. A pastor who met him at 19 described him as a sweet, eager to help, and true success story.
He was just so eager to help, just so sweet, just so hardworking. Well, he didn't deserve this. And he was just an amazing young man. And this is heartbreaking and devastating.
That's Pastor Heather Boone. She says she met Calder when he stayed at a Monroe homeless shelter at 19 years old. She says even then, his work ethic and good heart stood out.
He worked 2 jobs. He was so hardworking, so determined, and you know, on his own. He did this without anybody, you know, without a lot of support.
Pastor Boone tells me that Calder went to the University of Toledo with help from her church and scholarships, and he earned a master's degree.
It's just sad because he's our success story. And when we have young people coming into the shelter, even now, we always tell the story of Malachi.
His family tells WTOL 11 he lost his mother at a young age and was raised by extended family before branching out. Malachi's cousin, Carolina Thomas, says Malachi was so bright, such a lover person who would truly do anything and give his last to help others. He recently graduated with his master's. This is truly upsetting to our family. Now, there's still no word from police on how Malachi died. We will continue to keep you updated on this investigation when we get more details. For now, in studio, Silver Barker, WTOL 11.
Malachi was reported missing on November 22nd after no one heard from him 7 days prior, on November 15th.
According to Toledo police, Calder was reported missing November 22nd. He was last seen on the 15th.
When officers checked his apartment, something clearly felt wrong. The TV was still on, the shower had been running, and his dog was left barking. The cops later came back and noticed that the TV was still on. This time the shower was off, and his dog was whimpering. But Malachi was nowhere to be found. The search quickly expanded. His Jeep Wagoneer had a tracking device, and on November 24th, officers located it outside of Domino's Pizza. Inside, a man was claiming to be Malachi. Police questioned him and let him go, later learning that that man was not Malachi at all. That man was 33-year-old Martel Huggins. The next day, November 25th, Toledo police pulled Huggins over for the second time.
A police report shows that officers went to Calder's apartment on Secor Road the day before he was reported missing to check on him. When they arrived, they heard the TV playing, the shower running, and a dog barking. 2 days later,
Then we met family at his apartment on the 23rd.
detectives say Calder's car wasn't parked at his apartment. Northwood police helped TPD with this investigation. Investigators say the victim's car was tracked to this Domino's Pizza on Woodville Road. Northwood's police chief says the driver identified himself as Malicai Calder. The chief says nothing seems suspicious. The vehicle was stopped again Tuesday morning on Mulberry Street.
Martel Huggins was driving the car. Martel was brought down to the police department, and the car went out to our tow lot.
That's when officers found the remains of Calder inside the car.
He was severed. His body parts were inside a container, but he'd been dismembered at some point.
Containers holding human body parts, later confirmed to be Malachi's. Charging documents showed he had both gunshots and stab wounds to the head, and a coroner confirmed his body had been dismembered. Police were already investigating Malachi's disappearance at the same address listed as Huggins' home, but so far no motive have been released. And while the murder shocked Toledo, it didn't completely surprise everyone. A West Toledo resident, Shaylin Gibbs, said she previously had a disturbing run-in with Huggins.
I had suspicions that maybe this person was going to end up doing something crazier down the line.
She said her home security camera caught him trying to open her door last year. She yelled through her camera telling him police were on the way, and he left.
I had been yelling at him through my camera that I was calling the police, that the police were coming, and he left.
Only to return the next day. Neighbors later found him hiding behind a tree before officers arrested him. According to Gibbs, police found him carrying a knife.
He was found with a large knife on him.
Court records show Huggins was charged with menacing by stalking, carrying a concealed weapon, and several other charges. He ended up pleading no contest and was given 2 years probation in April.
He's proved what he's capable of, and I just don't think that it's safe out here with him on the streets.
And now, with the murder of Malachi, those fears feel tragically real. Family, friends, and community members are left grieving a young man with a promising future. Someone who overcome hardship, earned his degree, helped others, and deserved so much more.
New at 11, the Toledo community is mourning the death of 27-year-old Malicai Calder. A vigil was organized outside the apartment where he lived tonight. He was recently reported missing and then was found murdered. 13 Action News reporter Lily Lowndes brings us the details on how he's being remembered.
Gathering in their grief, people who knew Malachi were searching for answers. They say he was a gentle giant. He was known to be extremely positive, funny, and hardworking. Also smart. His friends say if you knew him, you couldn't help but love Malachi. The holiday season feels emptier for people who knew Malicai Calder. Lighting candles, friends, classmates from college, and coworkers stood in a circle sharing memories of the 27-year-old. Renee Saunders was Malachai's best friend.
I'm happy to know that my friend had friends and he had many people that loved him.
At his vigil, through the tears came laughter. People couldn't help but remember the times he lifted people's spirits.
It showed that he was the same person all around. He was goofy, he was fun-looking, he was caring. He was an excellent human being. He was an excellent friend.
A friend that was gone too soon. Just days before the Thanksgiving holiday, Malachi was found murdered. There are still many questions for the people who knew him.
He was very trusting, and sometimes trust can be the end of us.